It passed by, picked up a nail, and punctured the tire. Consider the risk of stopping on the road with no puncture. See what happens next. I'll remove it here. Does tire sealant ruin the balancing? This is a very common question. Ever since I started talking about zero punctures on my social media, I said, well, I'm going to do the real official test. This is my car. It's already without the wheels. Why? Let's do the balancing here in real time for you all. Then we'll apply the zero hole, and then of course we'll drive the car and see in the end how the balancing turned out. So today you'll see the proof of whether zero hole works or not. And Amandina came to the shop wearing white. Congratulations! Well guys, this tire has already been calibrated. Now there are 3 left. 1 is already here on the machine. Look. You guys will follow along. The goal is to bring it to 0-0 on the machine so we can apply the zero puncture and run the rolling test. You guys will follow everything. And how does it work, guys? This machine here shows the balance on the outside and inside. The right thing is for it to be 0-0. To achieve that, he puts little weights around the wheel. So he's cleaning it properly and is going to make the machine spin. And then the machine itself will tell him how much is needed or not, right? Let's see here. Tires balance. Now let's apply the zero puncture. Before applying the product, we need to remove the valve from the tire.
There.
Here I have it.
There's no mystery, right?
There's no mystery.
Put it there, then squeeze more at the tip.
More at the very tip.
You'll need to use some force, okay, Amanda? Can you feel that it's working?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's working. It's working, but I want to press a little more here. Look.
Look, this nozzle, you know what else can happen? The nozzle inside, some nozzles have a curve. They're a bit harder, see?
Was it really clogged or am I just weak?
No, it really was. Hold on. But you go? Do it just to let the air out. Look, let's go.
Go ahead, you go. With Thor's hammer strike there.
This job is really harder.
See guys? It's not that Amandina is weak.
You do another great technique. Look.
Look.
Now it's unclogged, right?
Product applied to all 4 wheels. Now we're going to drive about 15 kilometers, right? To give it time to spread well. You'll follow along in real time. But I already know the steering wheel is going to shake a little. So, ideally, you should do this on the weekend. Or when you have time to make a hole and drive the car to spread it. This is very important. Why? Because it's this centrifugal force that will make the product spread evenly across the entire tread.
Let's go.
Let's go to the gas station to check the tire pressure. Why? Because it's accurate there. We can set the mark. Otherwise, we keep testing, taking it off, putting it back on. So we're going to set exactly 35 on all the tires. I'm going to give you a tip on how to get a ticket. Follow me for more tips. I forgot to take off the license plate, guys. Now let's go inflate the tires. Guys, I brought Bo, the car expert, here because I really don't know much about cars. And especially for São Tomé, right? Some people only believe what they see. He's here with me because I said so, right? I doubt the pinion sealant affects the balancing. He saw everything. He'll share his thoughts in the end, okay? Tell us what you're feeling here with the steering wheel.
The steering wheel shakes over 60 kilometers per hour.
We've driven 9 so far.
No, we've driven
4 kilometers?
4 kilometers.
There are 10 more kilometers to go to spread out and stop this feeling. It comes from him, so now remembering that he already checked the tire pressure, right? So now it's just about driving.
Now the steering isn't shaking anymore.
It's been 23 kilometers.
We've already gone 23 kilometers, so let's head back, okay? Since we left, it's been 34 minutes.
We took the wheel off here and it's already on the machine, but what happened, guys? The guy didn't mark the position where the balancing was done, so we're putting the weights back on here. All right? However, the test isn't all bad, but here I'm showing you the reality as it is, for you who are watching me. A lot of people say that the tire with sealant doesn't balance, so we tested it. You've been following the whole process up to this point, so now we're going to add the weights, and our goal is to get the machine to 0-0, right? So let's follow along here. Look, spinning, spinning. She put the little weight on, guys. And there you go, look. The wheels, all four of them, are balanced. This test here is just to prove to you in a scientific way, let's say, not with my opinion, Tata's opinion, but with the machine, showing that there's no way to manipulate the machine electronically here. So it's proven that the tire with 0 punctures here with the sealant will be able to be balanced and there won't be any problem at all. I know there are other brands on the market that had XYZ problems, and a lot of people also had issues with other brands, but Zero Furo is different. And one very important thing, you'll be riding here, you'll be protected, and when you go to balance it again, right? After 6 months, pay attention, because there's a right way to do it. I'm going to call Gilmar to explain it to us.
So Amanda, explaining to everyone, when someone goes to balance the vehicle with Zero Furo sealant inside the tires, they just need to be careful not to take the tire off the car and drop it on the ground, otherwise the sealant will come loose. It will request weights unnecessarily.
Yeah, because let's suppose that on the street this happens and you keep driving and it spreads.
Spreads again.
But at the auto center, no, right? No.
It's not like that. So this sticker goes on the car's windshield. When you apply the sealant at the auto center or with the Zero Furo consultant, he writes down the mileage and the date. And when you, the vehicle owner, go to have your wheels balanced at another shop, you ask the mechanic or the guy who's going to do the balancing to scan this QR code, because here there's a video explaining step by step how he should do the balancing.
But right away, it's important to say that you can't throw it on the ground, otherwise the guy will throw it on the ground and then he'll check the QR code.
Exactly.
Balancing is complete, tested, and approved. Now comes the crucial $1 million test. Would you have the courage to do this on your car? Imagine yourself there, on the road, alone, by yourself, or with your family on a rainy day. You drove over, picked up a nail, and got a flat tire. Even with a spare tire, you still have to stop and fix it. See the risk of stopping on the road? See what happens if you have 0 punctures? I'm gonna take off here, okay? Look. Look how thick this is, guys. Look how thick this tool is here. Look. The product has already crystallized, see? You're going to keep stirring. It came out exactly because its function is to fill the hole completely. And now, look, let me clean this up a little so you can see, okay? There you go, see? It's all cleared now. But now let's put some soap on so we can do the test even though no more air is coming out. See, guys? Because of how thick it is, if it wasn't sealed, right, it would be leaking a lot, making a huge bubble, right? But look, as you keep spinning it, it goes. Of course, it's also on the top part, right? As you spin it, it spreads out and seals. Look, let's make another hole, okay? The product is sealing here. Look, closing up the hole. Look, I'll show you here. As you keep driving on the road, it will seal itself. Now I'm going to add the soap. Look, I put the soap in here, guys. Look. Look how thick I made it, and look, it actually worked. In the car, we saw everything worked out. Now it's time to put 0 puncture in the motorcycle tire. In the case of my scooter here, Sheila's, her tire doesn't have a sensor. She already rides, there's no sensor. So I'm going to apply it directly to the valve. And I came here to the gas station because I need to deflate the tire, but you can do it at home, no problem at all. Guys, if I can do it, you can do it too. Let's go install the tire. You're going to need this screwdriver here, which has this little tip so you can remove the valve, okay? So I've already removed the cap here. Now I'm going to take this off. Don't lose this little thing here, okay? For the love of God. Tire deflated. Now let's install it. And the position has to be down here, okay, guys? And the cool thing is that the little valve here fits perfectly. And if it gets a little clogged, that's okay. You come here with the blower, unclog it, and keep applying the product. All done, installed. Now, let's clean up, right? So, what are we going to do? With the blower, we're going to clean, unclog, and put the valve back in again. Now that the tires are inflated, I'll drive about 10 to 15 kilometers. It's the same recommendation as for a car. You have to drive slowly because it might wobble. This is so it spreads evenly, and then with the centrifugal force, it spreads properly inside the tire. Let's go. I've already used the scooter and it's set up. I'm not going to balance it. After all, it's a scooter. Low displacement motorcycles don't get wheel balancing, right? On the tire. However, if it works, it will definitely work on your motorcycle as well. And now, my car and also my scooter are protected. Because honestly, nobody deserves a flat tire. As you saw, the installation is quite easy. Riding the scooter was easier than driving the car since it has 2 wheels instead of 4, so you can't really go wrong. I think it might be a bit difficult, let's say, for wheels that have a pressure sensor, both on cars and motorcycles. And then you need to go to the auto center, right? To take the wheel off and apply the product. I think it's really worth it, especially for delivery people. Motorboys can't stop, and also for those who don't want to. It's good for everyone, right? Imagine being on the road with your family in your car. A flat tire can be a problem, even with a scooter, right? Even if you're going to work, going to college, getting around with a flat tire, nobody deserves that. Imagine the hassle of having to stop at the tire shop, delaying your whole day, your schedule. That's why it's better to prevent than to fix. So that's it. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share it with your friends. See you next time, Biker Kiss.